What is going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering with some very interesting positive news this morning. It looks like Disney has begun the apology process to JD and is looking to bring him back into the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise with a monstrous payday. Over $300 million is on the table. Now, it's a rumor, but it also is being reported by it's not like on those fringe rumor sites where you usually see a lot of this stuff. It's on many bigger websites now. This could be Disney floating this out there from a PR perspective to see okay, how are people going to react to this? Are people going to boycott? They're not going to. It's going to be overwhelmingly positive in response. We know this, but a lot of times these type of things get floated out there. It's certainly being covered everywhere. Johnny Depp could reprise Captain Jack Pirate's role with $301 million deal. JD is set to return to Pirates of the Caribbean and it is in talks with Disney about a $300 million payday after crushing AH. He was the major lead in 5 Pirates movies over the past 15 years and made what was thought to be his final voyage on the Black Pearl in Dead Men Tell No Tales, which was released back in 2017. But a source told Pop Topic that the actor, 59, has been in talks with Disney about a $300 million deal after winning his defamation suit. Now, that would be awfully quick. I mean, that would be like, okay, verdict comes in, they already have the money figured out, everything figured out, and they're like offering it to him immediately. It's possible though. It's entirely possible that Disney was waiting to see if he was going to win it or not before deciding if they were going to bring him back. Now, the interesting thing is the Pirates franchise is beloved. It's looked upon kind of fondly, I think, by the people that saw them or watched them, but it needs help. It definitely needs to be reinvigorated. I don't know if it's like that we just need to have more interesting directors or writing or whatever it is, but there certainly has been some levels of diminishing returns with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So, do I think that replacing him with Margot Robbie is going to reverse that? No, it will only accelerate it. Because if people are already not loving the Pirates movies as much as they once did, they're certainly not going to go out of the way to see one without Captain Jack Sparrow. That was a reality that Disney was trying to float that had made absolutely no sense to me. Now, the insider revealed that Disney is indeed interested in patching up the relationship with him, and they have reached out to him. They said they reached out to the actor prior to his trial against her and asked whether he would be interested in returning for another film or two. The source added that another project is in the works for Disney Plus. They said the deal is reportedly for JD to return as Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean 6 and a spin-off Disney Plus series about the early life of Captain Jack, or the captain of the Black Pearl. They continued. I don't know if they can make him look younger. I don't know. They have to have somebody younger playing him. I don't know how that would work. But anyway, they continued. What I can tell you is that the studio has already penned up a draft for a film about Jack Sparrow that they are very hopeful that Johnny will forgive them and return as the iconic character. The source also said the media house is working on a $301 million deal to coax him back and are reportedly adding a sizable donation to the charity of his choice as a gesture of goodwill. I was talking to a viewer last night on Twitter, and they just happened to be like, "Hey, what kind of charity? What charities do you like?" I was like, "Toys for Tots," and then he just replied 30 seconds later after donating $1,000 to Toys for Tots. I guess I just wanted to shout that guy out because it was really, following me on Twitter, you saw that I posted about it. But anyway, the Edward Scissorhands star previously told the jury that he would not work with Disney again after he was scrubbed from the 6th Pirates movie. His legal teams claim that he lost out on a $22 million payday after she published her Washington Post op-ed that didn't quite identify him, but clearly branded him as something very, very bad. JD said that he felt as if he was guilty until proven innocent with Disney executives, and he was. I mean, there's literally no denying that. I mean, there's never going to be like an email or a memo that leaks that kind of is it got somebody inside of Disney saying like we must separate this because of this and that because they're smarter than that. But it was no, to anybody who was watching, it was obvious that he was getting he was found guilty before he ever even had his day in court. Now, original Pirate scriptwriter Stuart Beattie was the first to publicly confirm that the studios were ditching the star in 2018 as they reworked the entire franchise. Speaking exclusively to Daily Mail TV at the red carpet event in Hollywood, he confirmed on camera that the reboot meant that JD was out as Jack Sparrow. Nodding when it was suggested that he was out, he said, "I think he's had a great run. Obviously, he's made the character his own and it's become the character he's most famous for now." Yeah, that's probably true, I guess. And kids all over the world love him as a character, so I think it's been great for him. It's been great for us. I'm just very, very happy about it. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, if social media is any indication, there are clearly loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of people ready, willing, and able to pay to see him in another Pirates of the Caribbean film. Now, I'm not interested in seeing him like in a pass the torch kind of thing unless he publicly came out and was like, "I'm happy, bygones are bygones," and they paid me a boatload of money. But I don't know. I mean, you see a lot of people, these are all kind of citing the same source. But you see a source close to Disney dropped the information in a new interview with Pop Topic. Now, this looks more like a rumor site. So, you're not going to see anything about this, publicly. I can't imagine. Now, I don't know. This is Disney is desperate for JD, according to Industry Insider. The company is preparing a $301 million deal as a formal apology and a request for the beloved actor to return as him. Now, a $301 million deal is enormous. So the number is suspect to me. Because even if he gets paid, $30 million a movie, that's 10 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. They're not going to offer a 10 movie package. What are they going to offer? Let's say he's getting paid $50 million. That's still 6 of them. So I don't know where the $300 million really comes from, because it seems like an enormous amount of money. Now, a lot of actors, especially of his caliber, will get back-end deals where they'll get like a percentage of revenue up to a certain amount. We saw this with Scarlett Johansson publicly, having like escalators in her contract. I think it was like $20 million based on theater money that she didn't hit because they released it on Disney Plus, blah, blah, blah. So maybe that's how they kind of get to it. Quote, "I know corporate sent him a gift basket with a very heartfelt letter, but I'm unsure how it was received. But what I can tell you is the studio has already penned up a draft for a film about Jack Sparrow. So they're very hopeful that he will forgive them and return as the iconic character," the insider alleged. Now, right on the heels of, for example, Lightyear, it looks like Lightyear may actually lose money at the box office. This was a $200 million budgeted film, which means $400 million to break even. That's the industry standard anywhere. And, at the box office, it's been terrible. Like, it's just been terrible. You see this article in the New York Post just about Lightyear. Lightyear flop is a sign audiences are weary of Hollywood wokeness. Today's Hollywood message is, let us entertain you, but first, a brief lecture on what's wrong with you, the audience. Artists and entertainment corporations have always been desperate to be taken seriously, hence their need to manufacture responsibility via awards given out by highfalutin, august-sounding institutions like the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Sciences? You guys are creating pretty pictures, not curing cancer. I mean, you know, you see, Disney is going to really be probably desperate for some wins. Their stock is worth half of what it was a year ago. So all these things could add up to Disney wanting to make a steep investment on JD to try and bring him back. 300 million, unless that includes all the potential incentives, that seems enormous for one or two movies. So that actually makes it suspect to me. But if the apology has been floated out there, I don't think there's a lot of things that $30 million cash couldn't make somebody get over it, right? Like, there's no way JD stays mad. If they're legitimately offering him $30 to $50 million to star in a movie, there's no way he's saying no. There's just none. So if that part is true, then he'll be back for sure. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.